Hello, hello, danger nettles. Oh my god, damn it. I forgot about your fucking eel.
Oh yeah, I'm still the eel, huh?
You could change that if you wanted to.
No.
No. Alright, so
Like,
we're
yeah, I could change it if I wanted to, but I don't want to.
here. Hi, Rando. But yeah.
Valid point.
So I'm not sure how I feel about the first group of the night. The Bavarian Illuminati, an organization originally founded in 1776 to oppose superstition and promote human rights. One of the most powerful global conspiracies and a major supporter of the Global Occult Coalition.
As I said last time and before stream, I'm rather uh I'm fairly certain that they're using the definition of superstition that treats all
Hmm,
spirituality and religious practice as superstition rather than just those that bring harm to oneself or others.
yeah.
Uh,
Hatchet is probably right, which makes me think it's probably not the best group.
Yeah. So we already did the day that Earth stopped being flat. I think we read that almost twice now.
I don't think we've read it twice, but we did read it.
So we should probably go to the one we haven't read,
Yeah.
which is actually a GOC anomaly. And KTE 6024 Blitz Nutius.
All right.
Just seeing if I need to click any things down in here. Oh. Oh, well, I'm not going to be able to read that part.
Oh, well, first, do they mention the group in the thing?
I saw her image.
I saw the image, yeah,
Yeah,
so it's
yeah, that's right
Okay.
there. So they are mentioned. All right, let's see how bad this group goes. The following document was intercepted from the German postal system. Its retrieval prompted an investigation into the sender, a missing coalition agent. Oh. I am in a silent hell. There's raving madmen and pained silent citizens wandering the town. People break down in the streets, screaming as their words turn to gibberish. All they know is confusion. Everyone is afraid, but no one knows what to do. Nobody knows when it will strike or who it will strike. In a single moment, everyone else's words can blur and lose meaning. Your words become nonsense to everyone. You can no longer read and you can no longer write, possibly forever. Some people don't speak at all. Their mouths are shut, but their eyes are wide open in terror. They've given up, but they can't stop the fear. It's just a silent fear. I have become one of them. I cannot speak anymore. Anything I say warrants confusion and alarm to anyone nearby. Why can't they just hear what I say? I want to scream and yell, but nobody could understand. I am surrounded by people, but I am alone. I am isolated. Soon my writing will go too. What if? Unintelligible. Unintelligible.
Oh no.
Ooh.
Well, they got fucked.
F.
Damn, Alexa. Anyways. The Psyche Records. Initial report of KTE 6024 is displayed below. documented after disappearance of a coalition operative led to discovery of the entity. Parathreat investigation. Special Observer Ray Sender 65243383/9NQ. Overview. An infectious mimetic hazard limiting communicative ability has been identified in Western Germany.
Oh no.
Oh. Parathreat evidence. Following the disappearance of Operative 4218895/11M, NAPS, Assessment Team Number 11M Gatherers was deployed to West Germany to recover Operative. As a recovery overseer operative, I was included in the operation. NAPS was recovered and redacted. A small rural German community 6 days after disappearance. NAPS showed immense relief on recovery but failed to understand anything spoken by the assessment team. After a failed attempt at communication, NAPS willingly entered GOC custody. Further testing with NAPS found he didn't understand written language either. Analysis of the town showed approximately 1/5 of the population displayed similar behavior. No physical symptoms, though NAPS showed considerable mental trauma from his failure to understand language. NAPS had no recollection of any events in the week he had gone missing. Suggested response/request. We need to lock this down fast. While we are currently unsure of its method of transmission, we do know that it is highly infectious. Immediate lockdown and quarantine must be established immediately in the populated area. Communication to the outside world must be prohibited in the quarantine area. Total elimination of all internet accessing devices in the area recommended. Research into previous outward communications from the town must be tracked and checked for signs of this anomaly. I almost dropped the plate.
You okay?
Yeah. We need Ptolemy to get this ASAP. We still don't know its exact methods of transmission or its full effects. We need to trace the origins of this anomaly as well. If another organization felt this, we're in big trouble. For once, I agree with the GOC.
Yeah.
For once, I agree with the GOC right there. Alright. Ptolemy Records. Following the initial report, Operation Plains Talk was created and executed with the goal of limiting the effects of the threat entity till a process of elimination was discovered. AOD, armaments used in destruction. Report from the files of Theria's Rosenweld, Quartermaster Sergeant Sector 02. Quartermaster's Division AOD. Item 1 Gen 0-ATA AVM H-42 transport aircraft. Quality 1. Multiple strike teams combined for large-scale suppression. 40,320 liters of jet fuel consumed during successful transportation of coalition troops to site of infection. Second item, Gen 0 TTV, Trajan Tactical Troop Transport Vehicle, 10 of them. No strike team conglomeration successfully brought to site of infection. Transport vehicles remain undamaged. Next is Gen 0-GMG, N240 General Purpose Machine Gun, 200. Notes, as the whole town was deemed infected, in order to eliminate all the individuals redacted was executed. Okay, now you lost me.
So they just went in and started executing people?
Yes. Like, I understand making sure to find out where this anomaly is important. But just butchering everyone where it could be is not the way to go about it.
Jesus Christ, man.
Right? Civilian elimination caused severe morale drop in strike teams. Non-strike team approach recommended and further suppression. No shit.
Well, at least we know their strike teams are less propagandized than fucking IOF agents.
Yeah. Additionally, strike teams number 1261 Smoking Barrel and uh, uh, number 1084 Road Rabbit and number 1998 Persuaders were found to be infected by threat entity and eliminated. Oh no.
Oh,
The threat entity has spread to surrounding towns. Further isolation and repression techniques required for effective elimination. So they just spread it. Instead of getting rid of it, they spread it.
they don't realize what they're doing.
Oh my god. The GOC fine at work. Final item. +2 Gen SSM. Suppressive stealth air to surface missiles. 2.
Oh,
Notes. Surrounding towns of redacted and redacted effectively eliminated. Some capabilities of missiles prove effective. No destructive force or noticeable sound left the 3 km square bombing zones. Airspeed cordoned off from outsiders with cover story immediately implemented. What the fuck? Destruction of redacted, and redacted. Despite internal conflict among the council and other divisions, was deemed absolutely necessary by high command. The cover stories were implemented. The mass population suppression has resulted in considerable public interest about the event. Quarantine measures to isolate these areas were implemented. So even though it says document unavailable, alright, it's verified. Email retrieved from the personal computer of Dr. Adrian Warren. This email is confirmed to have been sent 3 months before the initial outbreak of KTE 1624. The Department of Research and Development Memetics Wing Center, Adrian Warren, head of DRD Memetics. Recipient, Abdi Kali, High Command. Subject, re-counter me. It's going to be a real challenge. We're on it, of course, but there are so many angles of this thing we have to deal with. I mean, this thing destroys communication up to a base level, and then it also spreads like crazy. It seems impossible, definitely beyond the capabilities of what we have currently. Now, if we had access to some of the Class LX materials in base A9, that might be a different story. With the aforementioned resources, I believe we should have a workable prototype available in a matter of weeks. I say we put the deadline out to be around April. Honestly, I think the rest of High Command will be rather impressed with what we're working on. Once the prototype is available, they'll be first to know. On a side note, I can't help but voice concern over certain aspects of the project. Just on the conceptual level, this counter mean could affect millions in a matter of weeks, if not days. And if it just gets in the internet, that's a possibility I wouldn't want to think about. Still, I know you're on top of this, and I trust your judgment. I would just rather not be responsible for some of the consequences that could arise if this was not executed correctly. Nevertheless, I understand your orders, and the Memetics Wing will continue to work on the project. Dr. Morin.
Uh,
I'm sorry. They were experimenting on the anomaly?
From the sounds of it, they made it.
Oh my god. They made it and they can't get rid of it.
It's they made it as a counter meme to be used in very specific circumstances, but when they heard like you know what, actually here's the best example I can think of to like show how fucking stupid and awful this is. When the Manhattan Project was working on the development of the first nuclear bombs, a very real concern that they had to like check and double check to make sure that this would not happen was that if a nuclear bomb was set off, they were concerned that there would be a chance that it literally ignites the atmosphere, like killing all
Ow.
life on Earth as we know it. So what
Yeah.
did they do? They fucking tested and retested all of their theorems to be 100% certain that that would not happen if they set off a nuke. Meanwhile, these people apparently made something that could completely break apart society within weeks and just casually, just let it go loose in rural Germany.
Yeah.
But you're offline.
And their response to deal with it? Genocide.
Oh, unless you're streaming on YouTube.
Yeah, Aaron's streaming on YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did post in
Stop
Discord.
it.
If channel updates.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
it's
like
granted in this case. What I will say is, while this is an extremely immoral action, I don't think genocide is quite the word.
ah,
Because the death count here would probably still not get above, say, 10K
okay.
at most. And that's like an extremely, extremely liberal estimate I can think of. Most small towns have way fewer people.
Mm-hmm.
But point being, it's still just uh
Yeah. A random person put a good question. Why do so many of these groups make anomalies when trying to stop anomalies?
fight fire with fire. It doesn't work that well sometimes, but I guess it's been used before. There's like Thamiel class for a reason, but
Mm. Yeah, I have a feeling the reason they haven't gone to the Foundation yet is because the Foundation would find out that they made it.
Yeah, they're not going to share the foundation with that. Their job is secure, contain, protect. Meanwhile, the GOC's is to kill, kill, kill. They can't kill it.
Oh my god. I'm not sure if this will affect our decision later on when we go back to look at the GOC because of this. Where we put
I
it
mean
on the
we
board.
can't we can't make it even more lawful evil than we already did.
Well, we can probably move it like further up the lawful evil. Like we can move the picture over to the very beginning.
I wasn't aware you were intending to like sort them out like that.
I mean, we can. I think for the GOC at this point we should.
Yeah.
Oh, just so you know, they're not more lawful evil than Marshall Carter and Dark. Anyway,
there is now a section of this planet that is now just one giant cognito hazard. Yeah. Physics records. Huh?
I was sighing.
Physics records. This report from the Operation Planes Talk Overseer General was relayed to High Command 7 days after the first phase of Operations Planes Talk was completed. 6024 Report Number 4. High Command. Initial procedures have proven ineffective in the containment and subsequent destruction of the mnemonic effect. We found people who can't talk or read as far as 4 kilometers away from the quarantine area, which is nothing but a gaping hole now. So after everything they did, it did nothing.
How the fuck are they even going to be able to
Why
to
aren't they
fucking contain
contacting the
this?
Foundation yet?
Because
I
then
know
they would get
why, but
but you see, if they contact Big Brother organization, then they would get scolded for being
showing for
fucking
no
morons.
reason.
Yeah, technically the Foundation does have something that could work on this. Though it's extremely expensive. Telekill. It absorbs all forms of anomalous powers. Though it does grow.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, so it
that would
would
be
deal with
perfect.
this. And it probably might even cure people. Maybe.
The fact that they have not contacted the Foundation suddenly pisses me off. I know why they haven't, but it doesn't make me happier with them.
This is the fucking gigantic governmental organizational equivalent of uh like breaking a bunch of shit and then freaking out and going and grabbing a fucking vacuum to try to clean it up before mom gets home.
Yeah.
Or like their version of like they break the shit. They think they grab a vacuum, but it's the snow blower. Then they're like, oh shit, I should probably ask for help. Grabs what is probably the vacuum. Is it?
And then suddenly there's egg yolk everywhere.
Yeah. Anyways, let's see if it gets worse. Assessing and identifying the counter meme has been problematic, mainly because by the time an operative notices an infected individual, they've usually become infected themselves and have to be eliminated.
Or you could quarantine them like the Foundation would. No, just death.
Well, they did attempt quarantine. It didn't work well.
Yeah, as you can tell.
Yeah, but that just means that version of quarantine didn't work. The Foundation has tried many types of quarantining for different, like, weird stuff.
Oh my god, it gets way worse. Many of the assessment teams are hesitant to continue the operation with the current rate of deaths. Of course, they will continue to follow their orders. We're working on expanding the quarantine zone, but there are certain challenges present with establishing this. As you can imagine, there's a great deal of chaos and confusion present, which paired with the high infection rate, makes establishing order difficult. The people here are mad, despondent, and confused. Not speaking of writing, it's not easy to convey that we're trying to help. We've established some basic procedures to keep operatives from infection, but we're losing a lot of people out here. There are now over 1,000 civilian casualties.
Yeah.
We are waiting in anticipation for news of a cure. General Fuller. And now we get to about the group, where it's just a letter from this group. Sticky Records. The following letter was sent by the Bavarian Illuminati to GOC High Command 10 days after the beginning of Operation Plains Talk. With this contribution, the second phase of Operation Plains Talk was implemented, shifting the focus of the operation from liquidation to containment. To the Global Occult Coalition High Command, we have found it in our best interest to contribute the additional resources recommended by High Command in order to suppress this rapidly growing threat entity. 11 permanent high-energy electromagnetic disruptors, designated as +1 Gen HED, have been removed from storage and are being securely transported to their individual locations via armed vanguard. As per coalition recommendation, they'll be spaced evenly from each other within the quarantine area, and will permanently disable all electronic equipment within the quarantine site, plus an additional rate of 3 kilometers outside of the quarantine area. We hope this contribution will be considered in the following council meetings. There does happen to be a vote for a certain project regarding revised protocols on third world government influence on Horizon. We hope that High Command will remember this contribution. Still nominated Minerval. Oh. Okay, so it's thanks to this group that the GOC decided to stop killing people.
I don't know if
Then
it
they
was.
just need to admit they need help.
I don't know if it's because of this group that they decide to stop killing people, and more that they just noticed that wiping out these small towns isn't stopping it. So they've moved on to, I don't know, less absurdly evil measures. Surprisingly enough, the answer to a lot of situations in life are not immediately start killing things. I mean, like I wish I could explain this to my cats, but it's the case. Like, no, you don't need to attempt to murder my feet. That's unnecessary.
Oh my god. Yeah, anyways. Ptolemy records. Email retrieved from the personal computer of Dr. Adrian Morin. Oh no. This email is confirmed to have been sent 1 month before the initial outbreak of KTE 1624. Former Research Development Medics Wing. Sender Adrian Morin, head of DRD Memetics. Recipient Abdi Kali High Command, subject to Ketamine Project resignation. Mr. Kali, I must inform you and the rest of High Command with regret that the Medics Wing will no longer continue research on the Countermean project. Current research has only served to prove that utter effectiveness of this object would not only be a liability, but a clear, uncontrollable global threat. Even though the majority of High Command has expressed interest in further development of this project, I am certain there is no possibility that the Coalition would be able to wield such an entity without damage to a significant portion of Earth's population via loss of functional communication methods. As the Global Coalition serves as a force dedicated to the destruction of anomalies, further progress would be a direct violation of our basic mission statement. Thus, I have called for an end to counter-memetic research. Our current course of action involves complete destruction of all current functioning instances of the countermean, as well as destruction of all materials related to production of the countermean, and to disable any future replication attempts. Other research pertaining to the countermean will remain, though, to aid in the development of safer alternatives. I understand that this contradicts High Command orders, but I've been forced to call this discontinuation preemptively for the protection of humanity. Dr. Morin.
Okay, so some of the people actually working on this tried to pull the plug, and presumably High Command
Said no.
said no, keep doing it.
And now they shot themselves in the foot. Actually, at this point, they shot themselves in the foot with a fucking minigun.
Yeah.
They fucking amputated their own legs with a lightsaber at this point.
Yeah.
Alright.
Surprisingly enough, becoming Darth Vader by your own hand is not as cool.
Well, yeah. I mean, Darth Vader got a cool battle. This is no.
This is just public flagellation of yourself with a laser sword, man. Stop.
I would find it
Yeah.
funny if the Chaos Insurgency is just watching everything go down and just eating popcorn.
I feel like we're doing that at this point.
Yeah.
This is such a royal shit show.
It's like the Delta Command is like, they're doing our job for us. Yeah, for anyone who doesn't know, Delta Command is the head of Chaos Insurgency.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, when you cause chaos and destruction, you're basically helping the Chaos Insurgency. The GOC is doing a very wonderful job. Not exactly a good thing.
I would find it so funny if there's a message from the Chaos Insurgency that's like, yeah, do you need more funding for this meme?
They just have a bunch of cameras and spots. They're just grabbing the popcorn, grabbing the butter. One person's like, no, I don't want popcorn. I want
For some reason, my brain, like, I'm like trying to type a tweet while listening to this, and my brain registered they grabbed the popcorn and the butter as them just like putting a whole fucking pound of butter on top of the popcorn.
oh,
Like
no,
not even
no.
melted. It's just a cube of butter.
No.
I feel like the Chaos Insurgency would just do that and give that to someone.
And remember, kids, eating eating a stick of butter a day is not good.
Alright. Back to the anomaly at hand. Physics records. The following procedures guide has been received and transcribed from the active quarantine site. Steps 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, and portions of Step 8 have been removed following potential field contamination. The further export of written documents in the quarantine zone has been banned except in the case of reports by the acting general, and personnel are being examined for signs of countermetic contamination. There's a bad thunderstorm outside. Well, that's not good, random. KTE 6024 lockdown procedures. Step 2 equipment. All acting operatives in the quarantine zone are required to wear MK. That would be 7.
7, yeah.
Standard field dress with the +1 gen anti-countermeat helmet in all situations involving civilian encounters. The anti-countermeat helmet is a full-face polycarbonate plastic helmet containing special technology to prevent contact and infection with the countermeat. The first beneficial feature of the anti-countermeat helmet is the adaptive visor, equipped with sensors to identify and block out any forms of writing, eliminating any chance of infection through visual means. The anti-countermeat helmet also completely eliminates outside sound, preventing countermetic infection through audio means. An intercom is present in each helmet to allow communication between operatives. Remember, this helmet will be the difference between life and death, so don't forget to wear it constantly. Step 3. Civilian procedures. After basic quarantine setup, personnel as directed by Acting General or Lieutenant General are to initiate civilian processing operations situation code 13, distributed to subsection leaders as document CIV-PROC-13. It's not uncommon for chaos and rioting to break out in the quarantine area, which is why it's necessary to utilize armed and combat-ready operatives. Civilians may be confused and afraid and thus liable to cause accidents or infection. Remember to always follow the Professional Coalition Safety Code, Situation Code 54. Also distributed to subsection leaders as document PR-safety-54. to prevent any danger to yourself as well as others. Anti-countermeasure helmets are essential in protecting yourself and the people around you when a countermeasure is present, so wear them constantly. Don't forget, your job here is to help the people, so treat them with dignity and respect. AKA, kill them.
We tried the
Uh,
killing them and it didn't help, so maybe we should treat them like humans? I don't know, man.
please. Or ask the Foundation for help. Anyone for help, honestly. You're so bad at this, maybe even the Chaos Insurgency will help.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised Marshall Karn and Dark has something that can deal with this, because they practically have everything.
Honestly, Marshall Cardin Dark probably not helping them simply because they're probably costing Marshall Cardin Dark money, but the GOC is stupid and they know it.
Then again, I don't think they really care that much.
They don't care, but they care about their money.
Step 8. Entity Elimination. Data removed, contaminant identified. Every civilian showing symptoms are checked in to special infected zone. In most situations, this infected zone will compromise most, if not all, of the civilian area. Here, the coalition can isolate dangerous individuals to determine the best course of action. If no orders are given, data removed. Widespread termination of infected subjects via data removed, even in situations of close familial relations. Through this step, massive body disposal efforts can proceed, data removed. Primary goal is first and foremost elimination of the threat entity, and thus all individuals, even those not showing immediate symptoms, are to be considered dangerous and detained for data removed. No surviving civilians will be present by data removed. Complete extermination, data removed. Even this may seem like a compromise of our third mission statement protection, it is a necessary expenditure to maintain the coalition's first and primary mission, that of humankind survival. That's a funny thing that they say they want to do after what they've done. That's
Yeah,
enough.
they have a fucking gall acting like they have any moral high ground anywhere at this point. Murder hobos, murder hobos, murder hobos. It's like, oops, I dropped the items. I better grab the vacuum. Oh, that's the snowblower. This must be the vacuum. Oh, it's the leaf blower. Well, surely this is the vacuum. Oh, it's a high pressure water hose. Oh, that kind of broke the cement a little. Surely this is the this is the right thing. This will clean the mess up. Oops. You
Yes,
know
I
what? I think
finally
I
found
tried.
POV year in the GOC. Ah, yes, I finally found the vacuum, and it's a wood chipper.
Oh God.
Oh, I didn't even think about the secondary meaning to that. I wasn't even thinking about the chair.
Oh yeah. Told
Oh.
Ptolemy Records. The following memo was sent by the technology sector to High Command. Memo. During the course of our investigation into ongoing communications from currently infected towns, we've been successful in locating and tracking what we believe is a full list of all electronic communications since before the estimated time of infection. The document attached to this one should contain the locations of every instance of the counter being present outside of the quarantine zone. It's a big list, though, so prepare that this operation is going to get much bigger. Oh no. We have found one abnormality in the data, however. When the starting point of the countermeasure, namely towns redacted, there are no external communication dating back to the predicted start of countermemetic infection. It appears that prior to coalition interference, another force already eliminated all methods of external communication in these locations. effectively isolating them in the same way we have. This would seem to convey that the current situation with the counter meme is not just a spontaneous occurrence, but rather a planned test for an unknown entity or group thereof. Further research into possible interference will be difficult due to the total devastation of all three of the origin towns in question. We are awaiting commands on how to proceed with this information. Marie Lou Bryce, Head of Technology Sector.
I'm just gonna comment. I think her conclusion is bullshit. Probably someone else found out what was going on, and that's why all those groups were isolated. You know, instead of murder hoboing, might have been a better option to isolate.
But
No,
Jerry, it's fun to get overpowered spells and kill everyone in Whiterun.
Oh my god, it gets worse.
Of course it gets
no.
worse. Oh, hey, look, massive destruction suppressed KL-82 dragon missile. I'm so glad that we brought out the massive destruction suppressed KL-82 dragon missile. Fuck my life, man.
The third phase of Operation Plains Talk was implemented as a final measure in eliminating KTE 6024 because of its uncontainable nature. The goal of the operation once again changed to that of complete liquidation. AOD Armistice used in destruction report from the files of Theres Rosenwald, Quartermaster Sergeant 62, Quartermaster Division AOD. 1+1 N-KLM, aka the Massive Destruction Suppressed KL-82 Dragon Missile, Quantity 1. All uninfected personnel successfully evacuated quarantine zone. All infected citizens and personnel were confirmed to be within the blast radius at the moment of detonation. Complete annihilation of all man-made objects on the quarantine zone also confirmed. Dragon missile worked as expected, with explosive force remaining contained in the quarantine zone.
Okay, so they just dead-ass pulled in Israel. Gather up all these people into one location, and then bomb said location. Yeah, okay. Good job, GOC.
There's more.
They really did pull out the wood chipper like Hatchet said, didn't they?
Yeah, there's more.
If the wood chipper was a giant missile, I guess.
Yeah.
It's a metaphor.
Wood chipper missile.
Oh my god.
Uh,
The second item, +2 Gen-TMW, temporary trailing mimetic cognito hazard weapon. 1. Notes, the mimetic weapon successfully followed all trails of the countermeasure sent by electronic communication to their respective sources. The mimetic weapon has been confirmed to duplicate a maximum of 8 times for each instance of the countermeasure, followed and died out afterwards. Research into affected civilians outside of the West German quarantine zone has shown that this covers the extent of the spread of the counter-meme. Due to the indistinguishing and fatal nature of the mimetic cognito hazard weapon, there was a large rate of uninfected civilian death.
Thanks for informing us.
The Council of 108 faced severe disagreement regarding these strict measures. The final compromise was previously shown in execution of Phase 3 of Operation Plains Talk. A cover story about the fictitious virulent disease has been implemented for those eliminated by the mimetic weapon.
Ah, yes. What a clever cover story. Hey, everyone, listen. There's this really, really bad disease that showed up in fucking Farmville, West Germany. We had to drop a bomb on it.
one person's like, that's not a hole from a bomb. That's a hole from a nuke.
Now, technically, nukes are just bombs, so it's not inaccurate.
Anyways, physics records. This field report from Operation Planestalk, Overseer General, was relayed to High Command for 4 days after execution of the third phase of Operation Planestalk. 1624 Field Report Number 18. High Command. Phase 3 of Operation Planestalk has been completed successfully. With this, we are immensely proud to report there are no more instances of KTE 6024. The last vestiges of the countermean were eliminated with the destruction of the quarantine zone and the elimination of outside carriers via mimetic weaponry. We recommend moving KT 6024 to liquidated status. Chairman Fuller. The following document was distributed to operators involved in Operation Planestalk, as well as members of Council 108. The resolution of Operation Planestalk. I would like to inform everyone involved with this project that KTE 6024, the countermean, has been effectively liquidated. Please stand by as everyone is reintegrated back into their correct units, and coalition activity can continue as it always has, safely. Bullshit.
Yeah, safely. Yeah. So safe. All right, everybody, back to business as usual.
Oh my god. Here's where it gets really fucked. Dr. Morin, head of Research and Development's Mimetics Wing, has been identified as the originator of this threat entity and has been apprehended for unapproved research, unapproved testing of mimetic warfare. Execution of this traitor will commence shortly. We thank everyone for being effective operatives and continuing this drive for the protection and prosperity of the Earth.
Oh my god, can we go back up to that previous letter?
Every time they say it's for the good of mankind or prosperity of Earth, I just want to strangle all of the GOI.
Yeah, right here where they said we don't want to do this anymore and eliminate it. Just kill them to cover their tracks.
Hey, GOC, I hate to tell you this, but the Nazis were not role models. Come on, man.
I thought it was bad enough with the chair, but this is just worse.
This is objectively worse than the chair. They force a guy to make a dangerous weapon. The guy tries to say no. They force him to do it anyway. Things predictably go out of hand. They have to kill like over 1,000 civilians, and then they decide to blame him and kill him when he was trying to tell them to not do this.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck you.
For survival of the human race, High Command.
Fuck you. Eat a dick and die, man. I don't care.
Seki Records. The phone was relayed on a highest priority basis directly to High Command following the end of Operations Planestalk. That information was eschewed.
Thing was eschewed.
Eschewed in favor of timing. Highest priority. Send directly to High Command. An artist identified within a counter-medic project. An artist art project in Redacted has been identified containing LTE 6024. LTE 6024 is no longer in liquidated status. State of counter-memetic spread is unknown, but confirmed to be present on a global basis. Threat level change recommended from 0 to 6. Procedure. How the fuck do I say that?
Izikato?
Kano must be implemented immediately. Okay, so are we cool yet? Got a hold of the anomaly.
Come on, man.
Now we have a
This
more
thing's
big...
This thing's like fundamentally incompatible with the purposes of Are We Cool Yet? You're an artist group. Art is fundamentally about communicating something. What the fuck is there to be communicated if your fucking audience ceases to be able to communicate?
Yeah, at this point we might have to move the Are We Cool Yet to a different level of evil.
Well,
Oh, how many records? Oh, it's email from this guy. Probably the last one he sent. Email retrieved from personal computer of Dr. Adrian Warren. This email was confirmed to have been sent 3 days after the discovery of KT-1624 in Germany. Part of Research Development Memetics Wing, Center Adrian Warren, Head of DRD Memetics. Recipient Abdi Kali, High Command. Subject Countermean Project Resignation.
so wait, I just realized something. Did they actually say that it's Are We Cool Yet?
Well, no, they just said an artist, but that's usually what the GOC calls. Are we cool yet? Same with the Foundation. That's what they call them, an artist.
Oh. Well, I mean, an artist, like, they are an artist, but there's other an artists that aren't associated with them.
Yeah.
There's like my hesitation. Whatever. Anyway.
Alright. Collie, this is the last message you'll get from me. I'm far away now, and I won't be found. See, you're all creating a disaster, and I'm not falling with you. You don't understand what you're dealing with. This entity is completely uncontrollable, and that's why we had to destroy it. You're not playing with fire, you're playing with an atomic bomb, and it's primed to go off. I don't want to get caught in the blast with you. That's why I'm leaving now, because when this shitstorm kicks into gear, I don't want to be anywhere near the coalition. Thank you.
Thanks for. Okay. Yeah, sure. Whatever, man.
Someone in the Juicy actually has a brain. I know our countermean test subjects weren't killed. I know High Command has them. I've heard you've even begun testing the countermean out in Germany. You need to understand that this course of action is completely irrational. We hadn't implemented any safeguards or preventive measures on the countermean, and I honestly don't know if we could have. If we even could have. With this countermean, literally one word, the wrong person can start a chain of events that will destroy civilization as we know it. Is that what the coalition stands for?
Like,
Wow. The countermean is beyond anyone's control. It's not a tool, it's a destructive force. So it could destroy a hostile... Sure, it could destroy a hostile meme, but it can also destroy every person who gets into even the slightest contact with it. It destroys our communication at its core, and we can't get rid of it unless we destroy them. How many people would have to die then? How many people will have to die? No one can save any of us now. The countermean is out, and nothing can stop it. It's more than a weapon, it's more than a force, it's void. You're nothing in words. An ever-expanding network of silence across the globe. It'll be everywhere. It might already be everywhere. Can you imagine the chaos in the streets? I can see it now. Millions of people learning they can no longer speak. Can no longer be spoken to. It's the collapse of civilization. What happens when it gets into the coalition database? What happens when we can't track our own monsters? Nobody's safe. I'm not safe, and all of you watching this catastrophe unfold from afar. Not even you are safe. One day you, too, will wake up and find that you can no longer read. That words make no sense to you anymore. That nothing anybody says to you will ever make sense again. That the rest of your life will be only understood by yourself. Because you cannot read, you cannot hear, and you cannot speak. I fear for a future, for the last time perhaps ever, Dr. Morin. The wisest words anyone in the GOC has ever fucking said. Now, threat entity database entry. Threat ID KTE 1624 Blit Nutius. Countermean. Authorized response level 5, immediate response. 6, staccato. Description. Oh, I get why it's blurred. It's because it's the anomaly. Oh, I get it.
Very nice.
That's clever.
So in other words, we got infected. Yay!
Okay, so what we've learned is the GOC is far worse than we originally thought.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all remember when the worst thing the GOC had done was traumatize a chair?
Yeah, that was nice.
I miss those days. Let's go back to those days.
We can.
Alright, so
Remember, kids, even you can traumatize chairs.
I feel like that SCP told us more about the GOC than the Bavarian Illuminati.
Well, we know that the Bavarian Illuminati were entirely self-interested when helping to clean up the GOC's mess.
alright, hold on. There's actually one thing that kind of concerns me though is well, I'm gonna do this because I don't remember where it was. Yeah, is is the statement that does having to vote for a certain project regarding revised protocols on third world government influence on the horizon.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that.
It could go any number of ways.
Yeah.
I wish we had a category that's just you're sus, man.
We could look in here to see if where it was stated. Their group was stated.
No.
There. So, hold on, I opened everything. Oh, it's wrong. That's paste key. Not. Oh, it's mentioned 5 times. The Bavarian Illuminati appealed to the practitioners of the New World Order. You have been heard, and your fears are legitimate. What process do they intend to use? What will happen to the colonies established on the other side? What about the Great Eye? What about our diplomatic relations to the Brilia? We hear you and we want to assure you. The Society of the Atheist Partisans of Progress for the halt of a rational and religious enemy is, as if you know, difficult to regulate and very discreet but harmless. Initial plans for the Galileo project will be communicated to us last Monday. They weren't. Professor Silverstein announced a delay and assured us that they would be. As soon as the details are finished, he insisted on the problems of independence dear to the Atheist Society, which has already been debated here. Yeah, all participants in the New World Order have seen the United Church of Satan, the Argentinian Ashram, and any others validate. Oh, I actually skipped one. Doesn't say much here. There's just confirming the ranks of the council. The Bavarian Illuminati no longer knew where to stand, and the Freemasons pretend to look for links in their ceremonial dresses. Doesn't really give much information there. Alright. All the participants of the New World Order have seen Universal Order of the I don't know how to say that word.
It's here.
It's here. The Order of the Dragon and 79 others validate. The Bavarian Illuminati emphasized that the fact that the Council's information sharing platform is open to all Council members, with the exception of the Atheist Society, is in no way due to lack of trust towards them. Any mention of the existence of the platform to one of their members will nevertheless be punished. They're mentioned right here, too. All participants of the New World Order have seen the Black Ocean Society before Illuminati to validate. Members of Missions 12 point out that concerning suspicious destruction of the Earth's hidden side, Sketch's Galileo project seemed to aim at closing the glacial border, contracting it and form a second pole of the planet. The inside world, therefore, be preserved, but would constitute an inner surface of an globe. continental tunnels leading to the other side should not suffer too much from the transition from the flat Earth to the hollow Earth. New ones will probably be established as well as surveillance base in Antarctica. This is the last time it's mentioned. All the participants in the New World Order have seen the Universal Order of the Aesir, the Bavarian Illuminati, and 61 others founding. The Priori of Sion would also like to put back the agenda question of the Greater Israel Plan in relation to the dominance that will become more complicated with the organization of the American-Soviet conflict. Is the Great Replacement still relevant to the high American spheres? And above all, how should it be, and indeed should it be, addressed to Soviet territories? I don't think we got much information there. Except that they
Forgot
just...
how many.
Huh?
I forgot how many fucking batshit insane conspiracy theories are packed into this one.
Yeah. All we got out of this is that they just don't like the atheist society.
Not even that they don't like him, they just distrust him.
Yeah.
I'm honestly leaning toward a not enough info.
Yeah.
Like if there was like a you look sus bro tier, I'd put them there. But otherwise,
Yeah.
I can't say that I fully grasp their methods and motives.
The worst
Yeah.
way to get is you're a bit sussy wussy.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Sussy.
The next one is right under it.
The bearers.
The bearers. Unknown, but members of the group are anomalous and wants to help the Foundation in combating EOI-090.
Huh.
Hmm.
And we've got two articles that are right next to each other in numbering. Huh.
Hmm.
This looks interesting.
Guess we go with our sorrow first.
That does look to be the logical choice.
Oh. Oh, okay. Well, this is interesting. Attention, this document has been secured under Operation Marduk, or Marduk, I should say. Executive authority. By accessing it and information contained therein, you consent to potentially undergo physical, metaphysical, and spiritual augmentation pursuant to Operation Marduk. Personnel transmutation protocols. If you've not done so already, if implemented, this process is irreversible. Do you wish to proceed?
Not really, actually. Let's move on.
I accept the burden. Bear to wait proudly, your sacrifice is not in vain. I want to see if there's anything we have to click. Oh.
Looks
There's a
very
big-
short.
There's big blanks. I wonder if there's hidden text. There's like big blanks.
Doesn't look like it.
Yeah.
Right,
I'll
not
skip
that
it.
first part, at least.
Yeah. The greatest soldier, allow me to formally congratulate you on making the worst, greatest, and last decision of your life.
Oh.
Damn.
I officially blame Aaron for this. I said I didn't want to, but no, here we are.
Yeah. I'll start by saying that you probably think you know what you're signing up for. You've been briefed. You've read the supplemental documentation. You sat through the presentations. It's also likely that you think you're experienced enough. You might even be a frontline NCO your entire career. Maybe you were a unit commander. Maybe you were just a punchy grunt that turned mercenary and got lucky. Either way, you've seen action. You know how to shoot, choke, and throw an elbow or two. That's great. It's also completely worthless.
Thanks. Thanks Hey Festus. Do you know how to uh, shoot, choke, and use your elbow? No? You're a cat? You can't be expected to do such things? Understandable. Have a good day.
Your life is about to become a collection of extremes with absolutely no room for gray. You will struggle under a weight so heavy that you wonder how you ever dared to think you were strong. Your soul will be crushed under a burden that seems to cry out for your destruction at every moment. You'll never know rest. You'll never know a moment's relaxation. You'll never eat, drink, sleep, fuck, or have a meaningful human relationship ever again. Damn.
Well, okay.
You will fight. You will struggle until you can feel your back breaking, even though you won't have one. You will suffer agonies that are more horrible than any mortal man has ever meant to feel, and it will be slow to heal. As much as you beg, you will never ever die. You will be eternal. You will save humanity each and every moment of your miserable existence. You will choose your weapon, and you will use it to slay the grandest, most horrifying beast that mankind has ever faced. The tides will bend at your call and batter your enemies to paste. Gravity itself will call you master, and you will break your foe's bones with the same weight that you carry because they're just not goddamn strong enough to bear it. You will tear flesh, shatter spines, and relish the shrieks of your nemesis, knowing that whatever torture they are suffering, you're
Relish, not
relish.
relish.
Relish the shrieks of your nemesis, knowing that whatever torture you are suffering, you're going through worse. In your agony, you'll become invincible. You'll become one of the toughest, strongest, most unstoppable warriors that has ever existed in this reality or the next. You are now humanity's first and last line of defense. You get everything you ever were. Now you are a legend. Welcome to Special Task Force Sigma-01. STF Sigma-01, Commander Chuck Holloway, Diamond Lance. Wow.
You're not making me very confident.
Item SCP-3894. Object Class Domule. Level 0 White. Special containment procedures. Operation Marduk, Site Alpha 001 is to be secured via blockade by Naval Task Force Omega 09 Dire Straits. Enters to and knowledge of Site Alpha 001 is to be restricted to personnel of Overseer and Marduk/4 security clearance only. In the event that SCP-3894 is determined to no longer be effective in tactically suppressing Entity of Interest 090, Mother. Oh.
Oh, we're tactically suppressing Mother now. Okay.
Operation Sorrow's End will commence in preparation for an imminent TK class. What?
I'm sorry, but that's actually one of the funniest mispronunciations imaginable. Preparation for an intimate TK class total human transmutation scenario. We all fuck so hard that humanity's all transmutate.
Yeah. Description. SCP-3894's collective designation given to EOI-089, the Sorrow, GOI-089, the Bears, and a diplomatic, thaumaturgic, and material alliance between the aforementioned and the Foundation for the purposes of impeding, combating, and otherwise containing EOI-090. This has been deemed as a necessity as a result of several changes observed in multiple SCP objects over the course of the previous 2 years as of the time of this document's creation. These are annotated below. SCP-3889, entity suspected to be a subordinate to SCP-3894 Alpha and confirmed to be destructive slash applicable to EOI 090. 3889's T-Home events have yielded progressively more aggressive and durable entities, either matching or exceeding T-Home-41's destructive capability. Lesser T-Home entities have begun to manifest independent of 3889 near coastlines worldwide. 3889 has begun to assist Foundation enable assets in the utilization of these entities. However, the rate of entity manifestation has accelerated to the extent that Foundation tactical asset loss are becoming dire. Oh. SCP-3897, now confirmed as EOI-090 Scouting in Reconnaissance Bioform. Multiple manifestations of 3897 have occurred worldwide, with the current maximum observed number being 97 simultaneous instances. 3897 have also begun to display greater aggression, significantly increasing predation rates, and manifesting above densely populated urban centers at all hours, greatly decreasing the effectiveness and feasibility of mass immunization upon the civilian populace. At 3896, huh?
I said yay.
3896 currently understood to function as loci for EOI-090 bioform manifestation and dispersal. 37 instances of 3896 are now recorded, each requiring an extensive naval blockade to prevent escape of -1, and -1 entities have begun to display greatly increased intelligence, strength, durability, size, and manifestation rate. Foundation Naval Task Force casualties as a result of this manifestation now number in excess of 150,000?
Oh,
Okay, so EY-090 is definitely a big threat.
just casually just casually kills more people than some wars have.
Yeah.
Okay, fun.
Yeah. As a result of these events, Operation Marduk has initiated a procedure 3894. Persephone was devised to supplement the Foundation's available technical resources. Procedure 3894 Persephone describes a process through which will enable Foundation Task Force personnel undergo complete metaphysical transformation through a series of interactions between 3898, the influence of 3894 Alpha, and a hyperthaumaturgic distortion field generated by a battery of 16 Morgenstern Con thaumaturgic rams. Upon completion of this process, the subject's body is destroyed, and the subject adopts the standard set of anomalous properties exhibited by GOI 089, while retaining spiritual autonomy and loyalty to the Foundation. These properties are as follows: conversion of the body into a Type 5 permanent autonomous selectively corporeal thaumaturgic ectoplasmic construct. Greatly increased physical strength and endurance. That'd be Type 4 post onototropic substance variable nexus conditional immortality. Hydrokinetic and gravikinetic capability. The subject is then registered and inducted into Special Task Force Sigma-01 Foundation Anchors to be selectively deployed alongside GOI-089 to counteract all authorities initiated by EOI-090, including containing now global instances of 3896, neutralization of all instances worldwide, T-Home class entity emergence, and the prevention of event Marduk 01 Ducalion, described in greater detail in Time of Morning of Analysis of 3894 Failure Contingencies by Dr. Kumail Khan and Dr. Hans Morgenstern, among others. GOI 089, typically designated 3894 Alpha, is a Category 4 thaumaturgic and hyperphysical entity referred to by members of GOI 8089 and STF Sigma 01 as the Sorrow, the bearer of the burden, and the withered king.
There's the group we're looking at, I think.
Yeah, GOI 089 is the group.
Yeah.
Yeah. Early stage thaumaturgical scanning of 3894 Alpha has been revealed a considerable amount of conceptual energy contained within its corporeal frame. When manifested, the majority of this energy is encoded with markers that coincide with GOI 090, a number of known Keter level SCPs, anti-thaumic exponents of significant value, and several condons corresponding with Earth and all extant forms of life for the humanity as a focal point and an associated magnitude of 9.8. This compared to thaumic scans of other similar entities accessible to the Foundation, has led to the conclusion that 3894 Alpha is conceptually and metaphysically interlinked with life on Earth to such an extent that its existence is necessary for human civilization to exist in its current state. 3894 Alpha manifests physically as an emaciated, decomposing male humanoid figure dressed in a hood and torn coat, carrying an Admiralty pattern anchor with angular flukes roughly as long as it is tall, roughly equal to 2 meters. It will occasionally and without warning appear near to the rear wall of Site 001 Alpha's primary equipment chamber, where it randomly moves and to date has only spoken when spoken to. During its appearances, it willingly gives interviews which has been formed and coordinated in Operation Marduk. Thaumaturgy Department Head Dr. Kumail Khan. Current projections of Operation Marduk Tactical Assessment personnel estimate that given the rate of EOI 090's expansion compared to 3894, 3894 will become redundant within redacted months. Oh. Which, despite Foundation's efforts, results in a TK class total human transmutation scenario in 93% of all simulations to date. Jesus. Efforts to maintain standing disinformation protocols, including 3895 Fire Song, have thus far been effective, but are estimated to fail alongside projected failure of 3894. Investigation to determine possible alternatives or amplifying solutions that avoid the implementation of lifted veil protocols is ongoing. Okay, let's see. Okay, so there's no hidden text here. A very long time ago, a life at some point learned to care for others like it. Not all others as organisms have to eat, but it gained awareness of its kin, and it cared for them. It was primitive, but a bond was formed. As expected, that bond ended in death. That life felt a new pain. Not a pain of the body, but a pain of the soul. Grief, loss, mourning. There is beauty in hardship. Every loss is a tale, a tapestry in the threads of our love, companionship, courage, and perseverance. The things that make life what it is. It was sorrow that solidified life's ability to see itself, look inward for the first time, to observe and understand something that was beyond eating or mating or fighting. It was sorrow that taught life to remember things that had stopped existing, to reflect upon its actions, to feel shame for its wrongs, and to delight in its achievements, knowing full well that death awaited right behind it. Sorrow gave life its soul, its heart. It is the weight that pulls us down and prevents life from destroying itself in wrath or hedonism or terror. It is in sorrow,
Hedonism.
hedonism or terror. It is in sorrow that we find our salvation. and be reminded of what truly makes us human. Dr. Kamal Khan, Operation Marduk, Thaumaturgy Department Head. As long as I stand, you shall never fail. I am with you. So yeah, there's no... Okay, so far we learned EOI 090 is a severe threat.
What I thought it said it was trying to help the Foundation.
No, that 3894 is trying to help eliminate. Yeah. Yeah, the rate of 090 is expansion compared to 3894. 3894 becomes redundant within redacted months, which, despite Foundation's efforts, results in a T-class total human transportation scenario and 93% of all simulations to date.
Yeah, but the group that we're talking about isn't the anomaly itself.
I know, I was saying that because this group is trying to get rid of this anomaly. Along with the Foundation.
Then why did you say this group is a severe threat?
I meant to talk about the anomaly. Sorry.
It doesn't help that I'm hitting a wall for some reason.
Okay, so do we need to see 3895? Or...
I mean, I feel like it'd be a good idea since we don't have very much understanding of what this thing does, or at the very least, I don't.
Yeah. Well, we know it killed over 150,000 people.
Yeah. And it transmogrifies people into big-ass monsters.
Yeah. Attention, this document is secured under Operation Marduk Executive Authority. Due to the ongoing progression of 3895's anomalous effects, portions of this information contained within are known to be cognitohazardous to personnel not primed with info inoculation 27 Apollo. This treatment has been proven effective in neutralizing the pneumatic threat posed by this document in 97% of cases. Do not proceed unless you have undergone this procedure. Okay, we're fucked. Straight indoors. I'll dispense with the introductions. If you're reading this, you understand the extent to which we've lost our grip on the situation at hand. To put it plainly, throughout our history, have a fairly easy time of it. Understanding that assertion may seem hypocritical, if not insulting to most of you, given the many thousands of years of collective service across the personnel within its initiative. I ask that you set aside your pride and consider this objectively. The threats contained, addressed, and borne by our organization have, until this point, been manageable. Not without difficulty, not without sacrifice, but they have been managed. We have done our job. The evidence of this is all around you. Humanity still exists. Civilization stands and stands strong. We have been our world's foundation. Considering the collective nature of what we have faced thus far, you may have noticed a pattern. There are monsters in the closet, but we've bolted the door. We stared down the uncountable barrels, but not one trigger has been pulled. How the fuck do I say that person's name?
Democles?
Please. Blade may has well been suspended by a bridge cable. Even those that we currently have no solution for have proven themselves sluggish to a point that frankly seems suspicious, affording us time enough to devise appropriate contingencies. We have been in a way fortunate, and because of our fortune, Joe Average gets to sleep in his bed at night without a care in the world. Oh.
Hello, I am Joe Average.
Oh, thanks, Random. Random actually put the pronunciation. We have, in our own way, grown lazy to match. We have found ourselves unprepared for something that fails to display the characteristic lightness of our other known antagonists. Something with the initiative that does not pay due to respect to our limitations. This is a serpent that has struck without the courtesy of a rattle or a hiss. These events have moved apace, and even with our mind, it comes uncertain whether if we will be able to address this serpent at all, much less while wrestling with thousands of others. But I will not see us back down. I would have Joe be frightened but safe rather than asleep with fangs brushing his neck. The advent of 3895 has stripped us of our luxury of choice. It has been shattered our defenses, cast aside our bulwarks, and made a mockery of our strength while devouring and enslaving our sacred dead. We have shown good judgment, restraint, consideration, and discipline, but upon the horizon is war, and we can ill afford to measure and examine and make our boxes as we have in the past. We now stand at the principle of oblivion. We are being pushed.
We now stand at the precipice.
We now stand at the precipice of oblivion, and we are being pushed. The time has come for us to push back. We secure, we contain, we protect, and now we fight. Overseer 8. Operation Marduk Prime Director. Oh, no. Item SCP-3895, Anomalous Class Tiamat. Tiamat class anomalies are entities whose influence cannot be currently contained, utilizing resources and knowledge currently available to the Foundation, and as such are protected to fundamentally alter or wholly annul contentious morality, bearing direct Foundation tactical engagement. That's not good. It's also the highest threat level black.
Yeah.
Strategic conduct protocols to be determined pending reevaluation of Foundation Prime Directive. Description: 3895 is a Category 4 hostile hyperphysical entity which has successfully achieved corporeal manifestation within conventional reality and is actively attempting to assimilate all life on Earth. Within physical reality, 3895 exists as a morphologically variable result of biological organisms, all of which which are subservient to and controlled by 3895's metaphysical components. Individual organisms incorporate material from a wide range of other species, from all known taxonomic categories of life into their biology, seemingly at random. They are invariably comprise, however, genetically human tissue in varying states of decomposition. It is currently debated as to whether individual 3895 specimens can be considered alive in the traditional sense, as all exhibit some degree of necrotization and decay, while display no apparent need for nutritional intake or rest. A multitude of other cellular and metabolic anomalies are also present and are currently under analysis. 3895 is capable of assimilating living or deceased biological matter into any of its masses, and will generally exhibit extremely rapid physical mutations upon doing so, altering its subservient and autonomous bodies to best suit a given function or to adapt to a perceived threat. Upon the assimilation of a human, 3895 will occasionally display behavioral and tactical alterations, indicating that 3895 is capable of retrieving and utilizing information stored within human neural tissue. As a result of this, tactical engagement with 3895 forces has proven to be difficult, as 3895's knowledge of Foundation military strategy and training increases with each instance of Foundation personnel assimilated. Oh. Oh no.
This is basically just the flood.
Yeah.
We're facing the flood. Great.
This is not good. I have a
In
feeling.
case it needs to be said, based on if someone here doesn't know about Halo lore, uh, the flood within Halo lore was only wiped out of the Milky Way galaxy at one point using the Halo array, which sterilized all sentient life.
Yeah.
It destroyed all
Oh,
sentient life, and then sentient life was reseeded by the Ark. It's that dangerous.
Yeah.
Within Halo's lore, it is implied that there are entire galaxies made up of nothing but flood matter, having assimilated all living things in those galaxies.
Yeah. That's why I agree with Hatchet that the flood is way worse than 610.
And this thing,
yeah.
from the sounds of it, may be the SCP's actual response to the flood, which
Yeah.
is not fun. At the very least, we can, at the very least, kind of assume that this isn't the decomposing remains of an angry, genocided god, but
Right.
who the fuck knows?
Right. Yeah. Uh, Individual 3895 entities appear to possess a tiered hierarchy, the specific nature of which is not currently understood. Larger 3895 entities, roughly equal to 6 meters in height.
And big boys.
Yeah.
That's like that's sits squarely in average Titan height.
Damn. Will lead groups of smaller 3895 entities and may assimilate them to repair inflicted traumas. Larger 3895 bioforms will also occasionally fragment into smaller, autonomously distinct instances when disabled. 3895 instances occasionally produce wordless vocalizations, but a small percentage, 0.4%, of those observed have displayed the ability to produce coherent speech. These exceptional bioforms have shown behavioral characteristics and access to knowledge particular to individuals known to be assimilated. This combined with the information extrapolated from 3983 and several instances of both 3896 and 3897 has led to the conclusion that 3895's metaphysical influence extends beyond the thanatropic threshold. Oh, that's just another book. Oh, 3895 has, of this time of this document's creation, resisted all attempts at containment, and current Foundation response initiatives, insofar as they exist, are expected to be rendered ineffective within redacted months, resulting in a TK class total human transmutation scenario. State of engagement. Foundation contingency protocols currently stand at critical in the wake of the events of March 10th, 2017, the failure of Foundation expeditionary forces properly locate and contain all 3895 related anomalies, combined with 3895's extreme rate of proliferation and mutation, has accumulated in a worldwide state of emergency that stands to the continued feasibility of maintaining pure veil operational standards. Foundation military assets have been mobilized and are entirely to address global 3895 emergence, the only exceptions being those currently engaged in defending other imminent King-class scenarios. As of the time of this document's last update, subsidization of Foundation forces via the commanding of international military assets has commenced. However, rate of assets lost places this policy as a temporary measure at best. Timeline of recent events as follows. November 27, 2016. Operation Marduk, proposed by Overseer 8, in response to overt worldwide escalation, multiplication, and intensification, all known SCP objects known to be associated with 3895. Proposal approved unanimously by Overseer Council. January 22nd, 2017. Special Task Force Sigma-01, formed and deployed alongside GOI 089, the bearers, against global emergence of 3895 forces. Okay, I'm guessing 3895 is EOI 090. I'm guessing.
What? Emergence of... What do you mean? It's saying that the bearers are being sent up against that.
Against the global emergence of 3895 forces. Yeah.
Yeah. So why would the bearers be 3895?
No, I was talking about EOI 090 being 3895. You know, the main thing that they formed together to eliminate?
Oh, okay. Okay, I get you now. Sorry.
Yeah. That's what I'm guessing. And it kind of makes sense. Based on the law. January 29th, 2017. Rate of STF Sigma-01 personnel loss deemed unacceptable by Operation Marduk Central Command. Daily number of Foundation personnel subjected to Procedure 3895 Persephone ordered by Overseer 8 to be increased threefold to maintain Foundation standing forces. March 8th, 2017. STF Sigma-01 forces stationed at Guam routed following overwhelming off-coast emergence of 3895 entities. Reinforcements deployed and subsequently defeated. Island lost to 3895 forces. First instance of significant territorial loss to 3895. Emergency Global Disinformation Protocol 3895 Siren Song enacted. Oh, we didn't know what Siren Song was before. Now we can. A worldwide anti-intelligence initiative which utilizes Foundation Global Media Intake Program Panopticon in combination with targeted dispersal of mass amnestics and artificial intelligence directed media manipulation to conceal the effects of 3895. Okay. March 9th, 2017. Behavioral changes observed in 3895 entities inhabiting exclusion zone -1, previously known as Guam. Individual entities, numbering approximately 150,000 bioforms, following with the assimilation of Foundation forces and civilian populace. Oh. Gather in mass at center of island and fuse, forming an amorphous mass of biological material approximately 1.87 kilometers wide. Yes. Long-range thaumaturgical scanners register conceptual energy readings exceeding those of 3894 Alpha. Mass is theorized by Operation Marduk, Thaumaturgical Division, and confirmed by Alpha to be a metabiological protoform preceding 3895 primary manifestation of subsequent breach into conventional reality. Mass tentatively designated 3895 prime. March 10th, 2017. All STF Sigma-01 forces, numbering 3,409 individual anomalous augmented combatants, deployed to Exclusion Zone Exclusion Zone -1, with orders to destroy or disrupt Prime. Prime generates and releases subordinate entities from its central mass, which engage with STF Sigma-01. March 13, 2017. STF Sigma-01 lost. Oh. Prime mass has increased an approximate width of 2.39 kilometers. It just gets worse the more we read. Thaumaturgic scans indicate conceptual and metaphysical energy readings have increased exponentially as Prime continues to gestate, indicating an impeding localized reality failure or restructuring within Exclusion Zone 1. Disinformation protocols, including 3895 Siren Song, have become a fail. With the loss of STF Sigma 01, Global 3895 emergence has been left unchecked, necessitating the mobilization of the entirety of the Foundation's military assets. Operations Sorrow's End has been submitted to the Overseer Council and the Ethics Committee for approval as of March 14, 2017. If approved, this initiative will reconfigure the Foundation's Standing Prime Directive and subsequently result in a lifted fatal scenario, an attempt to prevent humanity's extinction as a result of 3895's Omega emergence into physical reality. Currently, investigative and tactical efforts are underway to amplify and support the Foundation's offensive posture against 3895 using any means possible, up to including usage of other SCP objects and increased anomalous conversion of Foundation personnel following the loss of STF Sigma 01. All Foundation.
Battery.
Huh?
Oh, you didn't hear the alarm. Okay.
No.
All Foundation mobilization strategy and maneuvers now include destruction of Prime as an overriding priority, with prototypic thermonuclear stratocharge munitions being pulled from preliminary testing to be used against Prime in the event that the conventional bombardment proves ineffective. Omega's gestation and its subsequent emergence into physical reality presents an immediate and irreparable threat to humanity. Foundation will not allow this entity to be born. You will not enter the womb. Well, what the fuck?
We
Well,
will
what the
not
fuck?
re-enter the womb.
We will not re-enter the. What the fuck is this?
Uh,
Okay, there's no hidden text. Okay.
wait. I can love you through your own corpse. What?
Yeah. I can love you through your own corpses. It is time to come home. Mother knows best. Okay.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, they refer to as EOI 090 as Mother. Okay, so 3895
oh.
is Mother. Jesus Christ. I can see why the bearers want this thing eliminated.
Everyone with half a brain wants this thing eliminated.
So I think this is like a good group at this point.
Yeah.
So
Where in good would we put them?
I will say
There's
that
not something that's just, oh, good, yes, good goes the good.
yeah, I will say I think they're fighting a losing battle at this point with how bad the anomaly's progressing.
Probably.
Oh,
I'd say we toss them in neutral good.
Neutral good, yeah, I agree. What do you think, Jerry?
that's fair, yeah.
Yeah.
Neutral good is a safe bet whenever we don't know more about them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they seem to do good, but they don't seem to, like, be especially hung up on rules, only just not being such and suches. And
Yeah.
they're not really chaotic.
Also, I will go to the bathroom. I'll be right back, and then we'll begin Bear Puncher Solutions. I'll be back.
Okay.
Well, Bear Puncher Solutions probably has less death. Knock on wood.
I would hope. We beaten
I
bears
also
to
hope.
death with our fists.
But part of me worried. That's why I did knock on wood.
I'm gonna take my headset off for a minute.
Okay.
Alright, I'm back.
Welcome back. Hatchet took their headphone off for a moment.
Now,
E. I return.
okay.
Welcome back.
Next one is Bear Puncher Solutions. Unknown but has multiple subsidiaries. Oh yeah, this is the one me and Hatchet joked about. This is being Bakugo's SCP. SCP-5222. Lord Explosions Pyrotechnic Playground and Daycare.
What?
Such Bakugo energy.
Yeah.
Lord Explosion murders. New daycare.
Just opening these. Well, it's not that long.
That's good because I'm running on empty.
So you say this is gonna be the last one tonight?
For me at least, yeah.
Why am I waiting it early? Item SCP-5222. Object Class Euclid. Special containment procedures. Due to the latent abilities of people and things under the 5222 destination, or any sub-destinations thereof, containment chambers shall be highly reinforced against pressure waves and, if facilities permit, entropy set to minimum. This is typically 500. What the fuck? How the fuck do I do that measurement?
I'm not even gonna try to look that one up.
That measurement may go as low as 5 that measurement in evergreen class sites.
I'm guessing that's like the rate of entropy's
Yeah,
development.
gotcha. If entropy is not adjustable at the current site of contained entities, please make arrangements with your site director to relocate the entities to a variable entropy site via bounce. Any reports of ruggedly handsome men in sunglasses walking away from fiery explosions in slow motion should be cross-checked against GOI 2666. Which is a bigger bunch of solution. Alright. Description SCP-5222 is the collective designation for people, sub-destination. What was the fish again?
Hmm?
What was the fish Greek symbol? I forgot what it was.
I think that's just alpha. Let me
Alpha,
check.
okay.
Greek alphabet symbols. Yeah, that fish is literally just a lowercase a.
Okay, so alpha.
Quote unquote
Sub-destination.
fish.
Destination Alpha, and object sub-destination Beta. Associated with Lord Explosions, Pyrotechnic Playground, and Daycare. Horizon Link, Bear Puncher Solutions, GOI 2666, and subsidiaries.
Okay.
And at Type 16 Pocket Dimension. Horizon Link, types of transversal discrete dimensions KB114. And multi-tenant conceptual mindscape. Horizon Link, T2 Rutherford, shared experiences across multiple sentient beings, A primer. There are currently 26 different 5222 alpha entities cataloged and none contained. There are currently 1,326 different beta items cataloged and none contained. Discovery 5222 was provisionally created by AIC.Colossus, representing artificially intelligent construct, creation of log of site-specific urgent scenarios on May 29th, 2013, after Site 121 went offline with no scuttle, system to contain unsustainable threats to life and existence, heartbeat. Scuttle dead man switch protocol, which correlated to a concurrent spike, defined as 3. I'm guessing O. No, O's not Omega. 3 Greek O or more.
That would be Omicron.
Omicron. Okay. 3 Omicron or more. An anomalous background entropy per AIC.Warhammer. Artificially intelligent construct weighted average report of human air, mass, matter, entropy, and radiation. The nature of the spike in rapid return to baseline did not match any known emission signatures and was determined to be a high confidence to be a Ruhail class transitory phenomenon. Ruhail's flash eclipse rapid response to transient planar overlays. MTF News 7, Hammer Down. Found straight force stats for responding instances involving loss communication with major boundary facilities. Under circumstances wherein a site-wide breach, enemy compromise, or other similarly catastrophic event is suspected. Was scrambled to the area per Scuttle Dead Man Switch Protocol. Oh, there are so many fucking lines. I think I'm just gonna read through. I think some of us are just tired. Transcribable crew, team N7 beta, 132 members. Team N7. What the fuck is that? Looks like a hangman.
Um, um, I'm not seeing that on the list of Greek symbols. Here, can you like zoom in?
Man,
Because I think that might be a tau.
Or you could copy and paste it at the side.
right there.
My best guess is that that's a botched tau.
Ow, got it.
Once again, you could copy and paste so we could look it up.
That's a good idea.
Oh, what comes out is that. When I copy and paste it.
All right, let me. Let's
The
see.
third letter of the Greek alphabet.
Oh,
Oh, okay. So this is a form of gamma.
Gamma. Oh. Team N7 Gamma, 132 members. I'm just gonna read.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
What?
It was right there on the chart I was looking at, but I fucking overlooked it like 3 times while I was looking at it. I'm a dingus. I'm tired, man.
That's fair. We're gonna read through this and be done. Alright. 2 minutes out, fellas. We're dropping to visual range. Eyes up ahead on a swivel. We haven't heard the ship from a site in 2 hours, and the AIs think there's hostile force on the ground. So nuke didn't go off. We see it from the air by now. Yeah, as far as we know, that's the case. 90 seconds, everyone. Parateam, check doors. Check. Ready, sir. Visual at 12 o'clock. Fuck is all that, sir? Unintelligible chatter. God in heaven, it's beautiful. Let's get down there. And please confirm you have visual. Negative, Major. Your telemetry is showing high entropy levels. I can hear you, but we can't see you here. Sorry. Be advised, Warhammer believes you're already in bubble. Please report. Copy, that makes sense. Site 121 is not here. I think it's been displaced by multiple explosions occur for approximately 27 seconds. What fuck me, what was that report? Raucous laughter, hooting, and cheering. Report, hello, somebody fucking tell us what's going on. That was awesome. Woods, I swear to God. Man, be advised, Site 121 has apparently been replaced by Lore's Explosion Pyrotechnic Playground and Daycare. It's what? Lord Explosion
What?
Yeah. Lord Explosion Pyrotech. I heard you, Woods. Where's Major Swan? Right now, he's fist bumping Velasquez. Narc, command, be advised, this place is way better than Site 121. Bravo team is gonna form up and explore. Major, you are in a pocket dimension. We just need to confirm the site, then pop and leak. You need to get out of there. Do you want to get fucking stuck in Lord Explosion's Pyrotechnic Playground or whatever it is forever? You no, if you're doing sport, hurry the fuck up. It's a fucking school, command, and I have a plaque here. Lord Explosion School. Founded 1388. Bierstead quote here. To better punch your masters, explode the struggle within. Schoolmaster Hieronymus David, not David, Dave Lord Explosion Bear Puncher. What a name. Happy one. Give us a minute to cross-check all that. Hieronymus Dave. Hieronymus command. Hieronymus Dave Bear Puncher. Some people's parents, man. Hey, we got a partial. Dave Bear Puncher. Prime person of interest for GOI 2666 Bear Puncher Solutions. Okay, this may not be the right one. There's nothing going back to 1388. This Dave apparently gets up to some weird shit, so maybe? Pocket Dimensions and all that matches says he claims to have invented Thursday.
My God.
Had a big cover-up operation that damn fans had to do after Bear Puzzle Solutions appeared on the NASD8Q selling service as a service. If this is your guy, he's got a shitload of brothers too. So some kind of tank green with an explosion school. Badass. Yeah. So command, we got a directory here. This place is shaped, well, like an old-timey bomb. Like a cartoon bomb. With a little garden for the wick. It looks like, let's see here. We got explosionology, explosionography, history of explosions, explosion appreciation, theoretical explosions, little sploders daycare. Why is there a fucking daycare? Then we got implied explosions. This one just says explosions, but in big all cap letters. Walking away from explosion in slow motion. Team-based holistic exploding leadership. Explode. We get it, Major. Yeah, there's a lot more. Major, you may as well check the back while you're there. The current area mentioned, that doesn't sound right. Probably right, Command. We'll stack up and see. Command, I'm point, checking the exterior door. Copy, ready when you are, Sergeant. Copy, leaving in 3, 2, 1. Now an unintelligible yelling. Let's report. Yelling intensifies. Motherfuckers. Woods, command, what's your deal? Loud, unintentional yelling. Damn team is back here already and they're fucking grilling out and drinking beer. Command, hello? What is this fucking place, Sergeant? Command, be advised, we are presently in Lord Explosion's glorious grilling garden and Shipper Conservatory, which is connected to Regard Bear Puncher's beer by the bucket quote, where cool guys don't look at explosions. 14 commit unintelligible yelling.
What the bro, what the fuck?
I think the Bear Punch Club is just people that get stuck in that world with that guy.
They kind of sound like gamers against weed.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah, after 2 weeks of
With
reports,
less
huh?
with less like direct drive toward a particular goal.
Yeah. After 2 weeks of reports from MTF News 7's beta and gamma teams, entropy levels localized around the perimeter of the transversal discrete dimension began to slowly increase again, indicating destabilization of the transitory phenomenon. Despite this transitory period taking roughly 3 days and relative location of the teams to the baseline world being transversal in only 20 minutes, both teams are lost. All 264 members are considered lost and have been awarded the Foundation Silver Star for distinguished service.
They just lost two big ass teams to a party dimension.
Yes.
Yeah. And I don't think they died.
See,
Yeah, I highly doubt they died. They're still
yeah.
in that pocket dimension fucking
They're just
raving
having
it out.
fun.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The thing that worries me about this is this dimension replaced an SCP site, which is not good.
Oh.
Yeah, but did they actually intend to do that, or did it just kind of happen?
We don't know.
I'm feeling a neutral chaotic on this.
Neutral sounds good.
Chaotic neutral, yeah.
This feels like one of the most quintessentially chaotic neutral things we've seen.
It feels so chaotic neutral that their face should be on the front page.
Yeah. Like they're getting up to some fucked up shit most likely, like causing problems. They're also literally just like it's like if a bunch of like wholesome dude bro frat boys got the chance to use fucking uh why did my brain just why did my brain just forget what it is? Reality warping abilities to make their own personal heaven dimension that occasionally slurps up new people.
Alright, we're not gonna.
Like they're irresponsible. It's
Yeah.
popping around and showing up in places it really shouldn't, but also they're just a bunch of dumbasses having fun looking at explosions and drinking beer.
It's strippers.
Yeah, and strippers. Where did the strippers come from?
I don't know.
Oh.
Maybe the strippers are also having fun.
I mean, I'd imagine. This place sounds rad as hell.
What if one of the strippers is just Dave?
This is. I
You know
think
what?
needed that pick
Then
me
she
up.
gets to strip and then she gets to hang out with other strippers.
So that was the last one of the night, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm just gonna read what will be happening next week. Beatdown Acrobatics, a loose militia of writers and disused fanfiction characters aiming to create a continuation of the webcomic open to all of humanity.
What? I I never thought I would hear the phrasing of a loose militia of writers.
When I think of militias, I don't think of writers.
Think of like the townsfolk getting together to defend their town from something.
Yeah. So yeah, that'll be for next week.
Yay. I'm still upset at myself for not noticing Gamma was that fucking sickle thing. Looks like a fucking Japanese kama. Like that type of weapon. Those are
That's
cool.
fair.
Kamas are
Yeah.
really cool.
That's fair.
It's funny how frequently, like, extremely effective implements of death are sourced from fucking farm equipment. Because, like, the kama's literally just like a repurposed, like, hand scythe that they used. But, you know, you just make it a bit sturdier, and suddenly you've got, like, a mixture between a hand scythe and a war pick.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Melvin Sherman says, "Oh yeah, fun fact: the next GOI is some Homestuck thing. I am not joking."
Oh,
I don't even really know what Homestuck is. I hear it all over the place,
Same.
but I
and
don't actually understand what it
Homestuck
is.
is basically mix between a comic and a video game until like the video games were basically taken down because they were Flash and the creator
Yeah.
did not convert them. But
Hmm.
originally it was a comic slash video game slash uh, video thing. It's kind of a modern Odysseus. That is to say, do not read this if you are not in for a very, very long read.
Ah,
Very complicated. It has their version of trolls, their version of humans. None of the humans have any skin tones, and they basically join a video game, which is not a video game, but is a video game. And they get powers and shenanigans, and it's very simple and complicated at the same time.
Yeah.
this this sounds like if I was trying to explain SAO during a fever dream.
Yes.
Well, let me use one example. One of the main characters is named John. He is the heir of breath. That is to say, heirs are people who, like, if they have an their their there's things like mind, wind, and other things. If you're an heir, that means you just have that thing, but like raw power. So he is a windy boy.
Yeah.
Different character. Yeah. Does that make sense?
I think.
I think the heirs are the male version of a witch. The witch is the female version of the heir.
Oh,
I see.
but yeah. Jerry, you have any last words for stream?
And just remember, if you want to try to figure out the current state of Homestuck, try to find a fan page that does that. You know, to read the comic from, because the main one is kind of a mess right now.
Ah.
Unless they fixed it, which I'm pressing down on that.
So, Hatchet, last words for stream?
Uh, Lord Butternutter.
Alright. Alright, Danger Niles. Sadly, I got a bunch of night shifts, so you won't get to see me till Tuesday. But Tuesday will be unless something comes up, we'll be dealing with the content files. Ain't that great?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll see you guys then. And thank you for all tuning in. I hope you all enjoyed us now going on to YouTube and Twitch. And see you guys later. And Pissable